in the heart of a beautiful African city called Bonny, where the sun rose gently over golden rooftops and the breeze carried the smell of palm oil and roasted maize. A story was quietly growing, one that would shake the town to its bones. People would later say it started like a soft wind, but ended like a wild storm, they said. Beauty can open doors, but sometimes it opens graves. This is the story of a Mara woman so beautiful, so proud, and so dangerous that even happily married. Men forgot their wedding vows just by looking at her. And the women of Bonny, they feared her name like a curse. Amara was not born in Bonny. She came from a nearby village and arrived in the city with high heels, expensive bags, and a head full of plans. Her skin was smooth like fresh cocoa butter. Her body was shaped like the hourglass of time. Her voice was soft, but her heart was hard. She was not looking for love. She was not looking for a husband. She was looking for married men who had wives, families, and peace in their homes. That was what excited Amara the most: stealing peace, destroying trust, and planting sorrow in women's hearts. Every bachelor in Bonny wanted her. Some were rich, some were fine, some were powerful, but Amara rejected them all. "I don't want single men," she would say. "I want a man who already belongs to another. That's where the fun is." And she meant every word. In just 6 months, Amara became the name on every woman's lips. Her face was beautiful, but her name carried fear. Some called her a witch, others called her a snake. But Amara smiled through it all. When wives came to her begging her with tears, she would look them in the eye and laugh. "Look at you." She would say, "No man wants a weak, old, ugly woman like you. That's why your husband is with me." She mocked them in public. Some women knelt before her, crying. Some shouted at her. Others prayed, but Amara didn't care. Their tears were like water to her, useless and powerless. And the men, oh, they kept coming. Some gave her money. Others bought her gold and new clothes. Some even rented houses for her. They forgot their families and ran after her like flies around honey. She was beautiful. She was a good cook. She was rich. In bed, she was like fire. Rumors began to spread. "She uses charms," they said. "No woman can scatter homes like this without juju." But the truth was, simpler Mara was skilled. She knew how to speak sweet words. She knew when to cry fake tears. She knew how to touch a man's pride and make him feel like a King Evan when he was nothing but a fool. But Amara's story took a sharp turn one hot afternoon. She was on her way to the market when she saw it. A large black SUV parked outside a supermarket. It was the most expensive car she had seen in Bonny. Then came the man, tall, handsome, wearing a white native cloth and dark glasses. He smiled as he held the hand of a woman next to him. Her name was Cha, though Amara didn't know that yet. The man's name was Obina. Amara watched them laugh like lovers. They held hands like best friends. Their love looked strong, too strong. "This one," Amara said quietly to herself, "I must collect him. I will break that home and make him mine." Inside the supermarket, Amara waited until Che walked too. Another corner, then she walked straight to Obina. "Hi, I'm Amara," she said with a sweet smile. Obina looked at her once. "How may I help you?" he asked with a calm but cold face. Amara was shocked. Most men couldn't stop staring at her. But this one looked at her like she was ordinary. She couldn't find what to say next. Obina walked away without a word. Later, at the cashier, he returned and shocked her again. He told the cashier to add her bill to his own and left without waiting for a thank you. That night, Amara couldn't sleep. Her heart was burning not with love, but with pride that had been crushed. "No man rejects me," she said. To herself, "I will make him beg for me. I will destroy that so-called happy home." From that day, Amara made Obina her target. She followed him secretly. She asked questions about him. But Obina was like smoke hard to catch. All she heard was that he had recently moved to Bonnie with his wife, Cha. People said he was very rich but very quiet. They also said he loved his wife deeply and had never cheated. No child for 10 years, and he's still loyal. Amara laughed. Let me give him what his wife cannot. Amara booked a fake business appointment and went to his office. When she got inside, she locked the door and walked straight to sit on his lap. I love you, she whispered. Since the day I saw you, I haven't been able to sleep. I'm ready to be yours. I don't care if you're married. Let me just share you, Obina. Looked at her. Then he smiled. If that's what you want, no problem, he said. He hugged her, and she left the office dancing in her heart. She thought she had Obina started spoiling her with expensive gifts. He took her to big restaurants, gave her jewelry, paid her rent, and funded her rich lifestyle. Amara felt like she had captured him. But something strange happened. He refused to sleep with her. Even when she cooked for him or wore tempting clothes, Obina held back. She didn't understand it. But she was sure once she got pregnant, he would leave his wife. That was her plan. Then one day Obina invited her to a party his birthday. He sent her a red dress and told her to wear it. She did, and she arrived at the mansion, feeling like a queen. But what Amara didn't know was, the night wasn't meant to celebrate Obina's birthday. It was the night her own story would turn into something no one could ever forget. In the land of Bonnie, where the sea meets the sky and palm trees dance in the wind, stories travel faster than fire in the harmattan. Some stories bring laughter. Others bring fear. But there are stories that carry a warning. This was one of them. The old women in the market used to say, a woman who plays with fire near a thatched roof will one day sleep in ashes. But Amara never listened to such sayings. She believed she was special. Amara had beauty that could make a king kneel. Her eyes were sharp, her lips always wet with shiny gloss, and her steps full of pride. Men turned to look at her, and women turned to look away in fear. She didn't chase men. They came to her like goats to a salt lick. But Amara didn't want single men. She wanted what didn't belong to her. She wanted married, and especially those with loving wives and happy homes. That was her game. Breaking families gave her a sweet kind of joy, like tasting honey mixed with pepper in just a few months. She became the talk of Bonnie. Married women began hiding their husbands. Some even took their men to church for prayers. But Amara didn't stop. In fact, she became more daring. When wives came to her, she insulted them. Your husband doesn't want you anymore because you're dry and boring, she would say. She was cruel and bold. Some women cried, some begged, some even warned her. But Amara laughed and continued living her rich, sweet, and shameless life. She had clothes from abroad, perfume from France, and phones more expensive than some people's houses, Amara believed. No man could resist her. Until she met Obina. It was a hot afternoon. Amara was walking to the market in her high heels when she saw a shiny black SUV parked in front of a supermarket. Out of the car came a tall, fine man in white native clothes, smiling as he held the hand of a very beautiful woman. That man was Obina. The woman was his wife, Cha. They looked happy, too happy. Their laughter rang through the air like music. Amara stared. Something stirred in her. A challenge. This one, she whispered, I must collect him. I will break that home. Inside the supermarket, she waited until Cha moved to the back aisle. Then she went straight to Obina. Hi, I'm Amara, she said, flashing her most charming smile. But Obina didn't blink. How may I help you? He asked, straight-faced. Amara was shocked. Was this man blind? Couldn't he see the beauty standing before him? Before she could say more, Obina walked away. At the cashier. He surprised her again. He paid for all her groceries without saying a word and left. That night, Amara couldn't sleep. She tossed and turned. Her ego had been bruised. No man had ever ignored her like that. She swore to herself, I will make him fall. I will make him leave his wife. Amara began following Obina secretly. She asked people questions. She learned that he had only recently moved to Bonnie. He was very rich, very calm, and very faithful to his wife even, though they had no children after many years of marriage. Even better, Amara said, if I give him a baby, he will leave. She booked a fake business meeting at his office. When she entered, she locked the door and walked boldly to him. Since I saw you, I haven't been myself. I want to be yours. I don't care if you have a wife, she said, sitting on his lap. Obina looked at her calmly. Then he smiled. If that's what you want, no problem, he replied. Amara left his office floating on air. Oh. She believed she had one. She believed Obina had joined the list of men she controlled. He took her to expensive restaurants. He gave her money, gifts, and paid her rent. Amara was glowing. She wore gold. She changed phones. She felt powerful. But something strange kept happening. Obina never touched her. Not once. She tried everything. Seduction, soft music, cooking wine. But he never slept with her. Maybe he's not man enough, she began to think. Still she stayed. If I just get him to sleep with me once, I will trap him with pregnancy, she told herself. Then one day, Obina called her. My birthday is next week. I want to celebrate it in a special way. I want you there. He sent her a beautiful red gown and told her to wear it to the party. Amara was excited. This is it, she thought. He will finally propose. I've won. On the day of the party, she arrived at a large mansion she had never seen before. The house was full of rich, powerful people, none from Bonnie. Their cars were shiny. Their clothes were brighter than the sun. Obina came out and took her hand. Ladies and gentlemen, he said loudly, meet the most beautiful woman in Bonnie City. She is the reason we're here today. Everyone clapped. Amara blushed. She believed she was now the queen. Obina led her into a private room and offered her a glass of wine. It was red and sweet. She drank it all. She smiled. Then, slowly, everything began to fade. Her body went weak. Her eyes became heavy. The room began to spin. That was the moment. Amara realized this was not a birthday party. This was something else, something darker, and it was just the beginning.